What does it feel like to be back together?
Normal.
Glad to be alive.
Bobby, Sue Ellen, Lucy, and more, the Ewing family reuniting, celebrating the 45th anniversary of the show and giving E.T. exclusive secrets about Dallas's biggest cliffhangers. It was 350 million people around the world who watched Who Shot JR. That's an unbelievable number.
And we got a list of the people who didn't watch, and we're going to
We're
call them.
gonna-
You're going to call them and ask them?
We're going to call them, what the hell were you doing?
The late Larry Hagman's near on-screen demise became TV's highest-rated non-finale episode ever. So, who shot JR? It turned out to be Kristen, Mary Crosby, but producers filmed a few stars pulling the trigger just in case.
I shot JR. I think Linda
Yeah,
shot JR.
I did.
You know,
With
Jim
the water
Davis
pistol.
shot him.
They hadn't decided who it was
No.
going to be, and that was the
They
idea.
hadn't known yet. They didn't know until the
Mary.
hiatus.
Really?
They were taking bets on it in Vegas and in Europe, and it was people would call me and said, "You got to tell me, because I got to put a lot of money on this." I didn't know.
Is it true someone offered Larry $250,000?
They did offer that to him, and obviously he did not take it, which is very unlike Mr. Hagman.
I'm going to say, I was shocked.
I know, I was like, what? I remember saying you didn't take it. No, but he wouldn't tell.
Yeah.
Even the Queen Mum, she asked him, and he said, "Not even for you, Mum."
How hard was it to keep that secret?
Oh, that was the
had to.
toughest summer. I recorded it
Yeah.
in a recording little box like this. And my words were,
It was you, Kristen, who shot JR.
now that was recorded and we had to hold it. So you knew. I did.
You
know.
knew.
Yeah.
So if anyone has a
I
secret,
didn't tell
you tell
anybody.
Linda she's the greatest secret keeper in the world.
Did you tell
Anybody.
Zero.
Not even her children.
That wasn't the only shocker. Remember when Bobby came back from the dead? Can we talk about the dream sequence? How did that come about?
It came about because of Larry. Larry said, "Patrick, it's Hagman. Come out to Malibu. Let's get drunk, take a jacuzzi. I want to talk to you." I turned to my wife and said, "He's going to ask me to come back on the show." And my wife said, "Well, you can only do it if the last season was a dream." Larry asked me back on the show, and it was a hard yes. You know, I missed the show. I missed my friends. I missed everything about it. Nobody in the cast knew. Nobody in the crew knew. I wasn't in the shower on the set on Dallas. I was in the shower on a set in a commercial studio way across town.
Action, Victoria. Larry.
You louse!
Hold it, JR.
E.T.'s hung with this tight-knit crew on the South Fork Ranch set in Dallas nearly half a dozen times in the 80s and early 90s, where their patriarch was and still is the glue that keeps them together.
We're here because of Hagman.
Yeah.
That's what he meant to the
The
show.
glue.
Yeah.
He kept everybody together, everybody happy,
That
everybody engaged.
And because of his popularity, all of our boats rose with the tide. You know, and we got the ride with him. So yeah, we miss him a lot.
I've got a keychain, actually. A keychain, Larry with a jester's hat on, and it says, "Don't worry, be happy, have fun."
When we first started, Larry saw this as an opportunity with this ensemble. If we would all branch out and take all the press invitations, you could build the show, and you could create the popularity. And we all did that.
We did.
He knew that as a quarterback, actually. Quarterback for the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember the first day all of us were in that motel?
Oh,
We were not in a hotel, a motel.
The Royal Roach.
The Royal Roach.
The Royal
It was
Roach?
the Royal Coach. We called it the Royal Roach.
Royal
They had
Roach.
cockroaches this big.
We're in Larry's room, sitting on the floor, trying to figure out what the hell we're doing here, and who are we, and what characters are we
Yeah.
playing. And in his bathroom, there was a bathtub filled with ice and several bottles of champagne. So that's how we bonded.
And that's why he smelled the way he smelled most of the time, because he never took a shower. First call in the morning, he'd pop a cork on a bottle of champagne, and we'd have a glass of champagne together before we go into the makeup room.
In the morning.
Every morning.
In the morning.
Every single morning. Yeah, you know, and days that he wasn't there were the saddest days of my life.
Larry didn't like to talk on Sundays. That was a discipline that he employed because he believed actors should have a rest.
A day of rest.
Yeah, a day of rest their voice. And so Sunday comes and the phone rings. Well, he's not going to get it. And if somebody comes to the door, he's not going to go there. We would talk to him in sign language. We'd go like, oh, you want to go eat a hamburger and play racquetball? And off we would go.
I keep myself nice.
You had a cocktail or two during your run.
I did.
What was in those drinks?
You're gonna love this. It was water, and I'll remember one scene I had, a lunch scene. And I said, let's have a martini, couple of olives. Come the end of the scene, and I just slugged it. What it was room temperature water. It tasted like olive juice. It was the worst. I said, no, she gave up martinis. We don't do that anymore.
Done.
I hope you won't be doing any drinking.
No, sir, I'd never do that.
There were also plenty of guest stars. That's a then unknown Brad Pitt.
He was great. I had several scenes with him. He was a 25-year-old playing an 18-year-old or something like that. And it was very early in his career. And I'm sure he's not going to give me a job in his next movie.
Watch, he's probably going to call you now.
Tomorrow.
Brad, I'm still working with you.
I can't wait to finally become Mrs. Bobby James Ewing.
Priscilla Presley, what was it like doing scenes with her?
Well, I'm working with an icon. I mean, that's true icon. Any association with Elvis. My first scene was dancing with her, so I went, oh, hold me close, hold me tight.
No, you didn't sing.
So I sang the first couple of lines, and she giggled and laughed, and I went, oh, thank God.
Listen, both Patrick and Larry brought levity on the set of their soapy drama.
I heard that you were a little bit of a prankster.
You know, Larry and I loved to play together. It helped Larry and I develop our relationship, but I think it also kept the atmosphere light on the set.
Yeah, my first episode was a big prank. Hopped right into bed with JR, and as soon as they started rolling, he put ice down my back. And I tried to keep a straight face as best I could, and they said, well, that's how we break the ice.
Linda remembers her TV husband as her champion when she was briefly fired after asking to direct an episode.
Okay, Larry and Dak.
You know, when they came and said, we can't let her direct, he said, why not? You know, let her direct. That is so, that's Larry,
That was Larry. That was Larry.
What was it like to get that opportunity? Because we know it at that time, women were not getting those kind of opportunities.
It was, wow, it was challenging.
You needed somebody like a Larry to go to bat.
I needed him,
Yeah.
and he was great.
He was always there for everybody
stepped
who
up.
needed him to be there.
Yeah.
That's who he was.
11 years we've been together. So I feel if I can do anything to help, I'll just go out of my way to do it.
Oh, wow. Yeah. You see, he's here now with all this memory and incidents. And
Yeah.
He was the pilot light, along with right here.
For 14 seasons.
For 14 seasons.
That's just crazy.
This week, the gang assembled for the Dallas 45th Anniversary Reunion panel produced by Dan Gore at Oscars Palm Springs. It's been nearly 10 years since the reboot. Would they ever go back to South Fork Ranch again?
Would you guys do a movie?
Yeah, you know, it all depends on, is it worth doing, you know, script-wise? Is it true to what we remember and reminisce even right now? If it's just for the PR value of doing it, it would be a hard yes, you know?